What's up, guys? This is Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm here today at Crown Volvo Cars. Chris and Bud has given us the 2021 Volvo S60 T5 R Design in your Birch Light Metallic. New, all models will receive updated lighting, safety, and more charging ports. R Design is going to receive a new black gloss exterior and a sporty R-Design interior, sophisticated with luxury all over the sedan in a competitive market against your BMW 3 Series, your Audi A5 Sportback, and your Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Elegance and a sports styling luxury all mixed. We're going to go over all the specs and details, starting now. The Volvo S60 R-Design grille adds the new high-gloss black mesh grille, a sporty touch with your standard Thor hammer LED daylight runnings, adaptive headlamps, and LED fog lamps with corner lights. I like that they put the high-gloss black polish around them, and it also hides those front sensors for your parking, which gives a nice little element, that luxury touch, and then adding it here in the center as well, so it just furthers that. The ground clearance at 5.6 inches. It is a little bit wider than most sedans at 80.3 inches, a height of 56.6 inches, a long flat luxury hood that closes into the flared fenders, filled with 19-inch 5 triple spoke matte diamond cut alloy wheels. A front disc reading at 12.7 inches in your rear at 11.9, a double wishbone front and an integral link rear suspension, standard blind spot with power folding, auto dimming side view mirror caps with that high gloss black polish from the R Design. You're also going to get that surrounding all the window trim, so it keeps that sport heritage with just a luxury look on the side as well. It's a good blend between the two. Your length is 187.4 inches, a wheelbase at 113.1 inches. Clean and more pronounced lines and fenders outlined, and a wraparound spoiler lift. LED tail lights. R Design is going to come to the rear with your dual exhaust outlets. It's encased, looks like a quad exhaust with the chrome tips, and you got the high gloss black polish also here in the center, which gives a sporty look, keeping that luxury heritage in the rear. You get your reverse parking sensors, a 360-degree camera, and you could tow up to 2,000 pounds. Automatic trunk release, going inside with a 12-volt charger. Cargo at 11.6 cubic feet. There is a spare tire underneath the floor, and you can fold the rear bench down to give more room. The Volvo S60 front-wheel drive packs its performance with a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, producing 250 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. That's paired to an 8-speed Geartronic automatic transmission, achieving 23 and 34 mpgs, a 0 to 60 at 6.1 seconds, quarter mile at 14.6 seconds. Volvo safety includes blind spot with steer assist, cross traffic alert, and auto braking, collision avoidance, driver alert control, run off road protection, run off road mitigation, lane departure, and lane keeping assist. Did the Swedish engineer design a better sedan? Is this S60 the luxury and sports sedan that is a true competitor to the pack? Let me know what you think in the comments of the 2021 Volvo S60 T5 as we go into the interior, go over the tech, and take this for our test run. Entering inside the Volvo S60 T5, you're going to get 37.4 inches of headroom, 37.2 inches of legroom, R-Design Napa leather, front sports seats with open grid textile, 12-way power adjustment for both the driver and passenger, heated. You also have that modern tailored dashboard with the contrast stitching, the Harman Kardon just looking right at you, heads-up display, and you have that metal mesh aluminum inlays throughout with the high gloss black polish, which surrounds your 9-inch integrated Sensus Connect touchscreen with the pinch, and you have the swipe. It's going to feature your smartphone integration, which is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sensus Navigation Pro, Wi-Fi hotspot, Bluetooth connectivity with auto streaming, Sirius XM, FM, and HD radio. You'll have your wireless charging pad right here. You have a little area here that you can put some change in a 12 volt. Total of 2 USB ports when you open up in here with some storage. Cup holders, you can easily fit a 20-ounce water bottle to 16.9 ounce. Metal mesh inlays right here as well, which just sets a nice sporty and luxury look in it. R-Design leather gear shift knob with the R-Design pedals. Sports leather wrapped steering wheel. It's multi-function. You got the high gloss. Looking at your gauge cluster, it's a 12.3 digital driver display, and it just makes it super easy to just stay focused because of the heads-up display and the way you sit in the cabin. You really do feel more sporty. For the elbows, it's going to be a little bit more firm in the center area, but on the door panel, it is pretty soft. You got the Harman Kardon with the mesh around it. You got the one touch up and down. You get that grid textile again on the door panel with the contrast stitching. Storage, you can easily fit about 2 to 3 16.9 ounce water bottles. We do have a panoramic moonroof as well. Let's check out the back seats. For the back seats, I'm at 42.3 inches of headroom, 35.2 inches of legroom. I got the seat in the position that I'd be sitting. You can see you can sit pretty comfortable in the back. You'll have your dual climate control settings here and 2 USB ports, which is the new additive for the 2021. Storage behind both of the front seats. For the elbows, it is going to be soft on both sides. The rear seats are a leatherette. You can open this up. You have a little bit more storage, and you got more storage here that you could put a small cell phone as well. I like that you have the air vents on the side. So you have 4 total air vents in the rear. That's just going to blow pretty much in your face. On the door panel, one touch up and down, you got that grid textile in the interior, and you can fit maybe 2 16.9 ounce water bottles. The floor does have a bit of a hump. Let's see how I look in the center. Sitting into the center, you can see headroom is absolutely no problem. Legroom, no problem either. I'm not really touching anything at all, except for the fact that I will have to share my leg space and my shoulder space because the seats do not flare out as wide as the car because they give you more of an armrest for the door panel. We're going to be rubbing shoulders. The nice thing about the S60 sedan, though, is you do feel more of a sport with a luxury twist in the rear. Just when you exit, if you're tall like me, I'm 6'3", I tend to hit my head on the headliner. Taking the S60 T5 out, this is a turbocharged 4-cylinder with 250 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, a 0 to 60 in the 6-second margin. And I do like the way it sits. I feel more sport derived with a luxury twist, so I do like the fact that they give you that blend. So it's going to be a little bit more of a firm suspension, but it will absorb bumps if you're going at a higher speed. If you give it a little bit of gas, you see the car does drive without any problems. It's more or less effortless. I like also that you get all of the technology and safety features in the vehicle. It just makes it a lot easier for driving at any occasion. As you drive the vehicle with normal, no sport mode or anything like that, it does feel very airtight. There's no dual pane windows, but it's super quiet. I don't really hear any road noise at all. A little bit through the wheel wells because these are upgraded tires. Normally it would be stock with an 18-inch wheel. Checking the turn radius at a stop point, more or less, you're going to be getting about 3 lanes. Dynamic mode, switching over with the Geartronic and giving it some go. It really has to liven up after the 3 RPM, and that's when that turbocharge is just really full-blown and ready to rock and roll. I noticed that it drives good even at a lower RPM, but if you really want to get the dynamics to get up to throttle quicker, it's going to be more so at that 3 RPM. As for visibility, you can see every single thing. It's not that long of a vehicle. Dynamics, you can see the car doesn't feel so flat, but it's not so boaty either, so it's not necessarily full-blown off sport. The 12-way power adjustments in these tailored type seats, it is amazing because you would be paying typically $60,000, $80,000 to $100,000 in the rival, especially when you're going for a German brand. You're getting that at a $40,000 price point, give or take, which is amazing. The heads-up display, you're not going to be able to necessarily see it as well with polarized glasses, but everything is visible, and I know where the front hood is because I can see it from the line structure. So even though it's a flat hood, those little indications that they give on the side just gives it enough so you know exactly what you're looking at. A good quality with this Volvo is you don't really hear that 4-cylinder engine hardly at all. So they really do mask it, giving you a good luxury blend and giving you that sport flair when you need to go 0 to 60. Now there is 3 things I like and 3 things that I dislike. Is anything more than that, I'd be buying this S60. So the 3 things that I like is the interior aspect of the vehicle. It really does have a more high-end luxury styling than the competitors. You don't really feel that there's any plastic components because of the way they designed it. The second thing that I like about it is the fact that you have all of the tech, and it's pretty quick for the most part. It takes a few minutes of hesitation at the beginning when you start the car, but within, I would say, 5 to 10 seconds, the vehicle is pretty much active and everything is ready to use. The third thing that I like is the fact that you have the dynamics and the luxury blended together. And what I mean by that is you can still give it some gas and you can just take it on a long journey and relax. 3 things that I dislike about the vehicle is the back seats are leatherette. I do like that they tell you in the sticker because most auto industries don't. The second thing that I dislike is the fact that I hit my head on the headliner. I don't do it in the front, but I did it quite a bit in the rear because I'm over 6 foot tall. The third thing is it's a front wheel drive vehicle where the rivals are rear wheel drive. I do like the fact that they offer the T6, and the T6 I think is the best engine blend if you're trying to get your feet wet. This is definitely the one to do with the T5 R design because you're going to get more sporty flair with the luxury twist. So it does have a good blend and mixture of both. As you get up to a higher speed, the road noise does come in and doesn't really filter out much, so you will be using your premium audio sound system to kind of block it out. But I mean, when you're considering it, all of the brands are going to have the same loudness more or less in the cabin unless you start getting dual pane windows. The dampers on it is pretty well for the most part, and it does absorb most of the bumps, so it is pretty good with that. We're going to take this back to Crown Volvo Cars, go over the reverse camera, and wrap this review up. Switching to reverse, you do have full trajectory. It starts off as a reverse camera. Change it to the 360-degree view. Very easy to see. It just needs to be recalibrated because it's a brand new car. That's why the front isn't on right now. But if you click on the camera positioning, it will show you, and it's live, so it makes it very easy for any type of parking position. I'd like to thank Chris and Bud here at Crown Volvo Cars for giving us this 2021 Volvo S60 T5 R design for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click that subscribe button. Check out the details of merchandise and everything we do here at Hawkeye Ride.